Hey everybody. So obviously my voice isn't matching the video because the audio got dramatically messed up. Here's a so this video is for New Leaf Chili Pepper. That's the Jigsaw there. Thing is gigantic and it messed me up pretty good. Um, as you'll see throughout the video. Um, so there you go, New Leaf Chili Pepper. Um, they're an awesome bunch of dudes. You can check them out on Facebook at New Leaf Chili Pepper. Thanks Chance and Jacob for sending me this chili. Um, it was definitely a scorcher, to say the least. And you'll see my facial reactions throughout the video as the video proceeds. Um, and we'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and you can see the size of the chili there. I mean, that's their business card. It's the size of a standard business card, and it's the size of one of my fingers in length. I have fairly large hands, so I mean, you can see there how big and gnarly that thing is. It's had all sorts of wrinkles and stuff on it. The stem wouldn't even come out, and it snapped there, as you can see. Um, when I tried to remove it, um, it was so. I mean, you'll see here in a second when I cut it open how the insides look. It was. I mean, it's hard to describe in words after the fact of eating the chili, but here you'll see how large the inside of the placenta is. There's a whole lot of seeds there and oils. There are two gigantic ribs that run from the top to the bottom of the chili there. And it was, I mean, I'd have to say probably the hottest chili I've ever eaten. It was extremely hot, extremely fresh tasting chili. Before my mouth was riddled with flames. There was a citrusy note to it. Here's where I start speeding up me cutting out the insides of the chili. I didn't cut the insides out. I cut the seeds out. I don't like to eat seeds. They upset my stomach. Um, Even more so than a large amount of capsaicin would. So I usually try to remove those if I can, without disturbing any of the placenta. Um, and here I am stalling a bit because this thing, I think my brain was saying you really shouldn't be eating this right now, because you'll see later in the video that it destroys me, almost pretty much. Um, so there I am saying I'm trying to tell you all about the chili. It's called the Jigsaw. Um, it's extremely high in heat. It has a nice citrusy flavor. Um, and New Leaf grows all of their chilies. They have some indoor. They have some grown hydroponically. They have some outdoor. Um, Here I'm trying to eat the chili as well as I can. Now you can kind of see when I took that breath there that it was just immediately hot. The heat was instantaneous as I started to chew. And I'm trying to chew it up as best as I can, to kind of get it into as small as pieces as possible, so it helps when you're trying to digest them. Because if you chew it quickly and try and I mean, you can see my eyebrows, they're going up quite a bit because I can't really. It's a lot of chili to eat, and I want to make sure I get it all eaten. Um, so it doesn't upset your stomach. But as you can see, um, I'm not reacting too well, to say the least. It was extremely hot immediately. It was almost as soon as I bit down on it for the first time, it was extremely hot. Um, I get the hiccups starting there, and they stay for quite some time. It made me You can see some of the sweat beginning to pour out of my head. Um, but the burn was very intense in the mouth, and it was extremely high in heat. There wasn't a lot in the throat. It was just every time I swallowed, it was like I was swallowing lava, and it felt like there was just a bit of coal lodged in my throat, and you could feel it in the top of your mouth and in the back of your throat. Um, and my tongue was actually uh, pulsating. As you can see, I said there, all over mouth burn. My ears began to ring. The endorphins kicked in pretty much a minute after, and it peaked pretty high. Like I said earlier, this is probably one of the hottest chilies I've ever eaten. Um, so these guys know what they're doing, and I still have the hiccups at this point. I'm trying to get them to go away, but because I think for me and a lot of other reviewers, the hiccups are one of the things that causes um, involuntary vomiting if that does occur. But it's like I'm sitting there and I can't believe how hot that chili was. It was just extremely hot. Um, I'm not sure. Yeah, I had to spit into a cup there because of the amount of saliva that my mouth was producing um, after I ate that chili. And it was interesting because I was almost surprised how hot it was. Because some of these ultra hots, they are very, very hot, but it's one of those things where you can just instantly know that it's going to be much worse than you expected. And it the heat was so high, and when it finally peaked, it was such a high heat. It was almost unbearable, and um, I almost had to, I mean I had to eat ice cream almost immediately because my stomach was hurting. Um, and it's like one of those moments of like you can see it in my face that there's like a level of panic, and it's like you just want to run around in circles, and you can't. I mean, it's not one of those things that you can just make go away. You have to kind of endure and deal with it. So it's it was kind of unbearable. You can see there in my eyes how red they got due to the level of endorphins that were being released from eating that due to the high level of pain. So I know it's been a little weird hearing me talk over the video. At least I would assume it is, and I apologize. I really felt bad that the audio got messed up, and I didn't want to botch the video, um, because I know that Chance and Jacob sent me this chili, and they deserve to get a review. And I think due to my explanation over the video, and you can see in my face, and despite the narration, that it was extremely hot. So check out Chance and Jacob at New Leaf Chili Pepper on Facebook. Their website's posted on there now, so go ahead and check them out. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you in the next review, and peace.